Welcome back to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. It is a Monday, so hello Rob, how's it going?
It is going well, Amber. How are you?
I'm doing well. Long weekend here, so took advantage of it. Um, we are back after some scheduling problems, not only on my end, but so we're finally back with the what is it? The German Ubermensch paratrooper here thing.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
All the special rules.
that's
No picking and choosing here.
That's right. For anybody who's trying to catch up, this is essentially facing the Blitz, 1 and 2, but also Storm Group Eisen, if I remember correctly. Or sorry, Storm Group Beton. Um, Storm Group Eisen is the other one that also takes place on the same day and in the same general area in the world. Now, um, last time when we were playing Winged Devils, it is not a continuation of a campaign, and we haven't really looked into, like, I specifically have not looked into doing like a point system or anything for the scenarios, just because I don't really know how these these scenarios are balanced, and today is another one of those examples. So in this scenario, we have a essentially the surviving Germans from the glider group that's managed to land, as well as allegedly some reinforcing Fallschirmjägers that have to set up within 5 hexes of L8. So that's already been marked. I'm going to take off the hex there, designator. So have to set up within a limited area. This is very important because the objective for today, which I'm just going to go right into, is the Belgians can win this if they fulfill one of the following 3 conditions. They win at game end by controlling the bridge, so they have to control both hexes, and having at least one good order squad or equivalent west of the canal. So this is K3, etc., in that area. Uh, or they can win immediately if the German OB is reduced to 2 or fewer squads slash equivalents, so 4 half squads or a combination thereof. And lastly, they can win at game end if there are no good order German MMC in play. So a lot of things that the Belgian player can play for, which is really interesting. Speaking of the Belgian player, they have a few setup restrictions here. Now I think the ELR does not change, which is nice. I actually need to get my sniper out here. Um,
I might
so
have forgot. I might have forgot the same thing. Did I put a sniper out? I didn't.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a good spot. So the Belgians are kind of split into 5 separate groups here. They have a massive, well, maybe not massive, but they have an advantage in squads. I believe it's like 17, 18 to 8. So they have a lot of units. These are split in like I said, 5 groups. So there's a number of squads that can set up between R and T hex rows 7 to 13. So technically, Rob, I think you shortened it yourself one. Like you can do R13, S13, T13 if you wanted. Um, there is a group that sets up 2 hexes from S19, so those 2 are good. There's a section of units that set up HIP 2 hexes from the command post. I'm very curious as to why Critical Hit has made these guys HIP on the second
Yeah, it's.
scenario.
I think they were hip in the
They
last
were.
scenario. Of what? So you're what? ELR 5, same.
I could see if
Yeah.
I'd actually considering where this is probably coming from, like historically, I wonder if there would be some sort of value to like cloaking counters on the first scenario, and if you get close enough to them, then they get revealed. Otherwise, they have to stay cloaked. Could be interesting to do, you know. Um,
Yes.
And then there's 2 other groups here, so they're already marked on the map. There's one group that is that enters on between A15, A20, and another group that enters between B20 and JA-20. So both those groups can only come in if the Belgian player rolls a specific number. We'll get into SSR shortly. But those are the 5 groups. So there's an interesting way for the Germans to set up, because you want to prevent either being run over, or do you try to have some units watch out for reinforcements that'll come in on the left side. Special scenario objectives or rules, sorry. All the previous rules are in play. Essentially, it's just the stuff like the Germans are crazy strong. The Belgians don't have great grenades, if I remember correctly. So there's one less firepower that needs to be deducted. Number 2, the Germans have access to one module of 88mm harassing fire only. It does not specify whether it's anything outside of HE, so I'm going to assume it's only HE, no white phosphorus, no smoke or anything silly like that. I do have an off-board observer. It's at level 2. The people watching the stream will be able to see it. Essentially, all OBA rules are followed normally, except that the FFE 1, 2, and C are resolved as harassing fire. It cannot be changed, is what I'm getting from that. Critical hits are still possible, which is nice, I guess. The only thing to really keep in mind for harassing fire is that it is a 2 hex range or area versus 1 hex, and it's at half firepower. SSR 3, the one I said we would get back to, at the start of each Belgian player turn, the Belgian player must make a die roll for each off-board reinforcement group. These are the 6th and 9th companies separately. On a final die roll, singular die, this equal or less to the circled turn number found in the turn chart on the scenario card, that group may set up and enter play during that turn. So there is a chance that neither of those groups will ever come in, although it feels rather unlikely considering the amount of time. But I think you were saying, like, if you don't get them before turn 4 or turn 5, how do you?
Yeah, kind of just because of where the entry locations are, they kind of be.
Yeah.
I guess there's a machine gun and a mortar, but
Well,
you
even
can very easily make that irrelevant. So yeah.
I mean, I think your point, to your point, like you get a mortar, or you get mortars plural, and you get machine guns or whatever, but you still have to move with them, which they're not necessarily, at least like the 50mm are easy to move. But if they're not easy to move, if they're not and if you don't have line of sight on anything, well, then it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly, yeah. So it's kind of very very binary scenario design, but should be interesting. So
Exactly. And then lastly, SSRs, it just explains that there's a bunch of foxholes, trenches, and gliders that need to be placed. So everything you see on the map right now, assume they're in the correct position. They should be, and if they're not, then we'll just blame myself and late night no sleep or whatever, and that's that. Because I don't really think it's going to matter if, for example, if the foxhole or the trench in G15, if that's not supposed to be there, then I don't think it's the end of the world.
I must confess, sir, that I did not check your work, so
Well,
okay, no problem.
we'll presume it's okay. And I think that should be it. So it's Belgian player starts, I believe. Yeah, Belgian player moves first. And yeah, like we said, there is the reinforcements.
Quick,
So
we should see who can start concealed, right?
True. I don't think. I think
Cats can start concealed there.
T12. Yeah, I can't see how I would ever be able to see R17, S17 outside of my offboard observer, but I'm pretty sure that does not count for concealment gain or loss.
Right. Yeah, so I think that's it. Me. And here we clearly have line of sight across the street to each other there.
Yeah, I don't. The one issue will be units that can't normally. Well, actually, these guys can be seen, but say like N11, J10, etc. Those ones kind of have to rely on you and hip. I don't know if hip can deny concealment gain. Presumably they can, but I don't know actually how that works.
I would say, unless I have somebody in K15, none of the other locations would deny your concealment anyway, so you're all good.
Okay, so I'll just mark these because I think unless the leader could be spotted in N11, but everybody else, like all of these three guys can be spotted from here. This guy gets spotted from here. I think that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and one clarification: harassing fire is not half; it's 1/3.
Harassing fire is a third?
It's a third, yeah.
Huh. I could have sworn it was always half, but I'll take your word for it. We'll get to it anyways, eventually.
We'll get to it eventually, but I'm pretty sure it's 1.72. All along by with 2 hexes of the blast area. Its per hex firepower within that 19 hex blast area is 1/3 of its concentration firepower. Cannot place smoke.
Well, it makes sense as to why they said there's no smoke availability. Well, I can see why nobody ever uses harassing fire then if it's a third. You need to have some really strong...
It's a very popular tactic in red barricades.
Oh, yeah? But just because you have more opportunities to like start fires or get criticals?
Yeah,
or...
you can just cover, a huge... the Germans have to come in from the edge of the board, and there's not great cover in certain areas, so you can just drop harassing fire and make them take 50 million rolls.
Right, and I guess like you still get the hindrance, right?
Yeah, it's creating a bunch of hindrances and just a lot of risk in running around.
Right. Well, in any case, that is your weather and then reinforcement rolls.
Yep, here we go. Okay, wind change. None. Okay, so I will roll for the North reinforcement group. We need a 1 on first turn. Hilarious. And we'll roll for the West reinforcement group.
All right, well.
Nothing wrong with random.org.
I just remember at the start before everything came out, I was like, I really don't know if we'll be able to get anything out here.
Yeah.
Damn, all of them come out.
Before all of them went live, I was bemoaning the fact that I never, ever, ever can roll to end a turn in red barricades or get reinforcements, and there you go.
So. Yeah, and me just being like, oh, why do you gotta be so pessimistic? You should count your lucky stars here. Time for the lottery ticket buy here.
That's it. I'm going straight to the Pennsylvania lottery site. That's right. Okay, so I'm happy with where they are. Am I happy where they are? Let's move into there. Okay, that's fine. Prep fire. I might actually have some prep fire. Oh, rally phase. I have nothing to do.
Yeah, I presumed if you said I got nothing I can do. Really care to do anyways.
Okay. All right. We'll start with spotted mortar fire at your trench here.
Spotted mortar fire. All right.
Yeah, so it's area target type, but a +2 for spotter.
And then TM doesn't come into play until afterwards. So yeah, just +2.
Yeah. So they need 5s, I think, to hit.
Sounds right for the range.
First mortar. This is no rate. Second mortar. This is no rate and broke. Okay. So, the laws of probability snap.
As always.
All right. Takes all the mystery out of where the shots were coming from. And I guess the spotting squad can shoot a 4 up too.
Oh, are they allowed to? I thought I wasn't sure if they could.
They can still fire. They're in. All right, now I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I wasn't
Cheating
sure
as
if that counts
usual.
as the as their use or whatever.
Spot and fire, 9 spotter. All right, good R unit. Can be a spotter using a support weapon. Yeah,
Oh, okay, so they can. Okay, cool.
yeah, same as using a support weapon. All right, from R12 to P11.
Sure.
I got a
So
12.
12 up 2.
12 up 2. Sound right?
10 on 12. Probably Pentash check.
Maybe a pin check.
Yep.
If I'm lucky.
They're fine.
Yep. No. Okay. But we have had no effect on the Superman. Okay, that is it for prep bar. Movement phase. Da, 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 da. Starting in S17. You can see where I am.
Sure, yep.
1,
Okay.
2,
Sure.
5.
Dang, okay.
Moving to R17.
Wait, why is that 5? 1, 2.
Bocage.
That's
and-
is it Bocage? I thought it was Hedge.
Oh, I thought. Am I misremembering what scenario we're playing? I thought we were playing in the Bocage.
I'll double check the
Or am I remembering another game? Could be happening. I've been playing a lot.
let me double check here. I'm pretty sure it's not Bocage.
No,
Case
it
made.
isn't. Okay.
Capacity, other terrain.
Yeah, you have to look at the.
Yeah, I don't see anything because it would if there's Bocage, I'm pretty sure it would state it, but I don't see anything that says Bocage.
Yeah, it would be in the SSRs. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for misremembering.
No worries.
I know. Maybe that was my. Oh right, this one just had the orchards count as woods for route purposes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so then that's 4 instead of 5.
Yeah.
Okay. 5.
Can I? I probably can't shoot there. All right, you're good.
All right. Next batch. 1.
Okay.
2.
Sure.
5.
Okay.
Let's see. 7. 8. Sorry, hedge.
So 5, yeah, 8 to get there. Sure, and you drop concealment if you go there from P11.
Yep.
Do I want to try? Well, nobody else is going to move, so yeah, I'll take a shot. Doesn't matter. Just in case that deadly residual is going to stick there.
Just in case we want to do jumping jacks.
That's right. In case anyone wants to get rowdy over there.
Right. So all my reinforcements are on the boat. I don't know what to do now. I'm not planning for this contingency.
Pretty fair, to be honest. I wonder. Obviously, we'll never know what the stats are, but I wonder how frequently the both reinforcement groups came out in turn 1.
That's right. Well, I mean, obviously, rolling 2 1s is a 1 in 36 shot, so I'd imagine not office. All right, moving from off board J21 here. 1.
Sure.
2.
Okay.
3. 4.
You there?
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where do we want to go? So you do have something that looks ornery there. 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 9, wouldn't it? Because you're going uphill into building. It's 4.
1, 2. Oh, yeah. So where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 8. That
Okay.
sounds not you. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Upboardy 21.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Upboard in the black.
Sure.
1.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Okay.
3.
Sure.
Here's where things get a little more sticky. This is more of a sticky wicket. One.
I can apparently do that. I will take a shot with the squad at half. Because that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3.5 down 2. 5 on 3.5. Normal morale check. Yeah, normal morale check.
Normal morale check. Pinned.
Pinned. All right. Then
Okay.
1 residual.
Next guy. 1.
Okay.
2.
Sure.
3.
Okay.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Next guy is assault rifle.
Well, you can probably imagine machine gun with leader, so 5 down 2. 6 on 5. It's got to be in normal. Yeah.
Leader. Squad.
All right.
I have moved everybody, sir. Defensive fire.
Well, that's a lie. You didn't move everybody, but I will take what you have moved.
Everybody who could legally move, maybe?
Also false.
Also a lie.
You got hip units. We discussed this.
Exact. Which I will forget are there because they're hip, but that's a me problem.
What do I want to do here? Well, since it doesn't really matter for that anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I probably can't shoot anybody else. I'm going to have the squad with the ATR is going to shoot at the guys in D15. So it is a 4.5 up 1. I can't imagine that's going to be anything. Maybe it's...
On the 4.5?
It might be a pin test check. No, it's a miss.
Might be one of them conditional ones? No.
No, not even. Oh, I should have done that before. But I always forget. So I'm going to declare my artillery. See if I can get that. I need to find that handy dandy chart. I've been very frustrated lately because someone screwed up a source I was using. which just had
Uh-huh.
it was just really nice because it was just a internet based like rule book. And even though I
Oh, okay.
own 4 versions of the rule book, it's very nice to have, one that you can search just easily, Anyways, so ever since losing that, it's just been annoying to have to go through the actual PDF. But
An off-board observer automatically gets radio contact, right?
correct. So, my offboard observer is in K1/K0. I'm pretty sure it's K0, but either way, it doesn't really change any of the line of sight. So, offboard observers should automatically have it. I'm just trying to see where. Yeah, radio contacts offboard is automatic, so don't have to worry about that. There are no spotting rounds or FFE2 on board, so I have to do a chit draw. We'll see how lucky I get. That's right. Okay, well, 88 millimeter harassing. Sorry, I was gonna say something, but I realized because you gave me a new save, it didn't have the artillery in there. Germans are 8 black, 3 red, and I don't believe I have any ammo changes. I'm just gonna check this scenario real quick.
It said anything about that.
Yeah, no. Oh, access to module starts on turn 3. All right, never mind. I thought I got it automatically.
Oh, starts on turn 3.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
boo. So I guess I don't even have to worry about that. Is there any other shots I'm willing / able to take?
I'm
Not
thinking that not the
really.
first sentence is kind of burying the lead, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's also it's sad. I wish that might have been tied with the Belgian reinforcements, but apparently not. So
Not
I
yet.
have to survive through some punishing turns here. I don't think I have any other shots, if I'm being honest. So I will let you go to your advanced fire phase.
Okay, what do we got? So I think we got every single body in the stone building. So there's no good targets. One, two, three, four,
False.
six.
A lot of them. I got several in trenches, and at least one that is not in a trench or in a stone building.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, okay, fine. I stand corrected. So we'll go from here to here.
One,
So
two,
it's
three,
something
four,
plus
five,
two.
six,
What do we
seven,
got?
8, 9. So it's a
It's going to be two for the machine gun and two have to one
the.
for the
I don't think you can
squad.
shoot the medium when it's moved.
Oh, it moved. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be a 1 up
Yeah,
2.
one up two. That sounds like sniper bait. Skip that. Never mind that guy. Never mind that guy. Mortars move. They can't shoot, right?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. So then the only guy that might have a shot would be this stack here. Let's see. They also have a medium, but they're not at exorbitant range. So they'd have a 4 up
4 up 4.
3.
Depends
4
on
up.
who you're shooting, but it's either a 4 up 3 or 4 up 4.
I think this guy's an up 3.
3 for stone plus CX.
Oh, we're CX,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
4 up 4. Seems like a waste of time. Okay, that's it for advancing fire.
Sounds good. No routes, so advance.
Advances, you say? I'll go there. Find where they are. Go there. I think they're at optimum distance where they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12 away from him, and 13 away from him. Seems ideal. I'll go with the trench. That looks like a please stay alive type of move. And that guy. We'll go there. That's advances.
Okay. No CC. And go
No
to
CC, sir.
turn 1 for the Germans. Weather, no change. Rally
Big time.
phase.
Might be able to grow concealment in L16.
Uh,
Anybody see L16?
I
Oh wait, yeah,
believe one of these two will see him.
somebody in there can probably see him. Yep. Okay. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Please
no
carry
worries.
on.
No worries. Anything in for rally phase for you?
Rally phase.
In case you want to deploy or anything, I
Got
guess.
nothing.
Yeah, cool.
Or allied minus. I don't think we can deploy even if we wanted to.
Oh, you know what? I never think about that. Prep fire phase. I'm gonna have the stack J10 shoot at your stack in B14 with the leader. Um, Pretty sure that'll be an 8 down 1. Okay, well,
That's
I will be grateful for that. Uh, Especially on a down 1, that's a 1 KIA. Ouch.
all right. Leader squad.
Ugh, okay. Does
Yeah.
does that malfunction the medium if it's a KIA
The,
result?
the one KIA, you need to roll a one on a single die to destroy it.
You mean my colored die had to be a 1?
No, no, you roll. It's a subsequent DR, though
Oh.
DR.
So I roll it or you roll it?
You're the shooter. I think you
Okay.
roll it.
All right. Doesn't happen.
These guys go to casualty bin, allied or axis. I always get it backwards.
You are the allies.
So I send it to my casualty bin. Got it.
Yeah.
Doink.
Yeah,
Okay.
I always treat it that way. Yeah, I just always treat it that way. All right. Well,
Yeah, that was
that's
kind of the problem I foresaw with early reinforcements was you haven't been induced to move yet.
mm-hmm. There's not
So
as much
maybe it was
pressure on.
smarter to hold them off board. I don't know.
Um, See, that gets really
Anyway,
tricky because I don't know if you're allowed, like, if it's something that you
I
have to
don't even
roll
know if I'm
for.
allowed to keep them off board. Yeah, I think it
Oh,
said enter on.
no, it says may set up and enter play. So you don't, it's not a forced choice. But that is interesting that,
Oh,
that's a consideration. Because it just means it's unlocked for you to set up, which, yeah, interesting. Yeah, well, I will take the opportunity to shoot at the 457 with the machine gun only because I don't. Oh, actually, I do have range. Well, I never mind. I had rate of fire. So the MMG 5 down 1. 7 on 5 is probably a pin test check. Yeah, pin test check, and that's it. No more rate.
fine. Pin check on that guy.
All right. And that's really just asking for a sniper at that point. Versus anything that's gonna matter. Hmm. Do I have any other shots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dang. Oh, for shits and giggles, ATR is gonna shoot 1 up 1. Damn. I was close.
Close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can't shoot him. That's a +3. Not worth it. Okay, I'm not going to bother. So that guy's marked prepped. I think I will go to movement phase. Since I don't have any wonderful artillery I can throw somebody's way here. I am going to... I'm going to have unit N11 is going to normal move N10 for 1.
10 or 1. Interesting. In 10, which is open ground. You know, the temptation is too great. We're going to have to unhip some folks.
Uh-oh.
And probably string a line of sight that's not there, but, you know, whatever. And they're supposed to be in the stupid foxhole, sorry. So M15 to N10.
It'll probably be clear. That looks like the.
That's good.
Uh,
See anything on both sides of the string? It's too
I
close to tell.
I would say you're clear.
Okay. So what do I got? 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 down 3. And the 3 on the 8 table. Okay, 2.
Well, he's the only one who can take a wound check, so he takes the wound check. Doesn't have to take the morale, and is dead anyways.
That wasn't the worst shot I've ever taken.
Well, if those guys exist there. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. All right, so guys in O11 are going to normal move into N11 for 2.
11 for 2. N11 for 2, you say?
Yeah.
N11 for 2. I guess. So what would the green guys have? Oh, they only have range 3. Yep. Please continue.
Sounds good. I am going to park him there. Then going to have squadron P11 goes to O11 normal move for 1.
Okay.
And then continues to N11 for 3 total.
3 total. Okay. Okay.
All right. And then yeah, this one guy's placements. I can't really do too much with this one guy. Concealed unit L7 is going to normal move to K7 for 1.
K7. Okay.
K6 for 2.
Okay.
Then he will stay there. Do I have anybody else I want to move? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's it. Defensive.
Okay. What do we got? Four up 4 is a waste of time. Probably should have took the subsequent first fire shot at this guy. He can only final at adjacent, right? If he didn't fire in movement phase, yeah. So, yeah, let's see, a trench guy. We'll shoot the mortars at Trench Boy.
Sure.
Hey,
From
Trench Boy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, from Mystery Man.
Mm-hmm.
So we have acquisition now, 1 level. I'll find the markers in a minute. First mortar. Missed. Oh, second mortar. Did I roll the repair on that?
I don't believe you did.
Oh, all right. You mind if I roll that?
Sure. I wasn't thinking about it either. So
yeah, not repaired. So okay, so that's that. Squad's inherent, 4 up 2. It's a 6 on the 4.
Normal, they're pinned.
That's a normal. All right. 6 on the 4s are normal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's all pinned. Okay. And let's see. I don't think anybody else has any targets that aren't crappy shots. Okay. Oh, wait, from the other side of the universe. These mortars
Mm-hmm.
will fire on this guy.
Sure.
All right. So, well, let's see what happens. All right. Now I gotta look it up. That could be a hit.
Oh yeah, because you're just shooting area fire. There's nothing in between.
Yeah. So it's was a range over 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, the range is 13. Yeah, so they're hitting on 8s.
Yep.
Right, okay, so that's a hit with rate. That's going to be a, what is it, a 50?
Yeah, so halved and then up 3. So on 3 firepower.
Yeah, so a 50 is a 6, so a 3 up 3.
No.
Nada. He did have rate. He'll shoot again. Yeah, he'll hit. He'll keep rate. 3 up 3. Nothing. Shoot again. Let's just activate some snipers while we're at it.
If only, if only.
2-ack, it'll hit, but that'll be his last shot. 3 up 3, nothing. Other mortar. There's a hit, no rate. 3 up 3.
No.
8 on the 3, nada. Okay, they shot. And I'll grab some axe in a minute. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You are 10 hexes away. So what does he have? A 2 up 3?
Yep.
2 up 3. Needs snake eyes for a normal, which would of course cower, so he won't do anything. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got the same shot. He is fine where he is. Let's see. He can't see anybody. He first fired. He can't see any. Oh no, this is not Bocage, so he can see. Oh no, you're not declaring wall advantage, so he can't see him behind the hedge, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, he wouldn't get that he can't be spotted, yeah.
Yeah, in the trench you're skulking. Okay, that's it for defensive.
Sounds good. Advanced fire phase. I do have. You know what? I'll take a 6 up 2 shot against your guys in M15. They will cower because I'm pretty sure I'm not fanatic. I'm gonna double check here.
Are they not still fanatic?
Well, I'm
I think
checking.
they are. Wasn't that was a campaign SSR, right? That wasn't a scenario SSR.
Let me see. DC. Blah. Assault fire. Elite and stealthy. Assault engineers, sappers, self rally. No, they're not. I don't see anything that says they're fanatic.
Oh, okay.
But it goes 6 to a 4, and then it is an up 2, so it is a normal morale check nonetheless with a sniper check.
Okay, so leader is good. Squad, good. Bottom squad, good.
Very consistent.
Sniper does something. Direction and distance.
He will pin these guys. I got no other shots. So we'll go to routes. I don't think there are any. Advances, my guy in K6 goes to K5. And that is probably it in terms of
Okay.
movement, since everybody else is pinned and or it doesn't matter. So Belgian turn 2.
Belgian turn 2. Okay. Let's see. Let's just make these. Okay. Wind change. None of that. We'll have none of that, sir. No reinforcements. We already got them. Rally phase. I do have a mortar to try to repair. Try not to forget this time. Cheat. Okay. Never mind. On the mortar. And let's see. You don't break people, you just kill them. So nobody to rally.
Yeah, I got just that one bit of luck there.
Okay. Prep fire. The remaining living mortar will continue to shell that guy. Spotted fire. Eating 8s. Oh, so close. It's a hit with rate. So what do we determine? A 3 up 3. Right?
3, unless spotting fire has something extra, it should just be a +2, no?
Oh, +2, right. Trench. Doink. Nothing. Go again.
I did get sniper. Why didn't I roll
Oh,
my
sorry.
sniper?
I
No,
jumped
that's
the
fine.
gun on you.
That's fine, it's fine. I'm immediately questioning myself as to why I rolled that dice and not the sniper die. 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 spots to choose from, so I will pick the only one with the leader. Because actually, can I? No, I have to pick this because there's no TM in that hex. So unfortunately, it strikes your mortar guys potentially.
Yeah, all right. So, top guy who has a working mortar. Bottom
Uh-oh.
guy who doesn't. Of course, it's the guy with the working mortar.
I will
What,
say
you roll a 1, breaks him, or is it break him
breaks.
or casualty reduce him?
Nah, breaks. It would casualty reduce if if he was already broken, as like the house rule thing.
Okay.
I'm actually curious. You have both squads handling a mortar each. I would have thought you'd have 2 separate mortars, or 2 on one guy.
Well, they're half squads, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
I had 2
then
little halves.
because of sniper shenanigans, the broken guy at least loses concealment. The other guy's fine.
Sniper shenanigans. But he rolled an 8, so he will go out with a blast. That was a hit. Oh, no. Your
Yeah,
sniper
because
happened before I rolled.
yeah.
So nothing happened. Yeah, okay. We'll take the 4 up 2 at him.
Sure.
Not. Yep. Okay. Okay, now let's see. He's not shooting. These guys, what would they get? 8 up 4. They're not shooting. This guy, what has he got? Doesn't have any good targets. He's not shooting. The guy's in the foxhole. 8 up 2 here.
Sure.
Got a
Pin
pin
test
check.
check. Pin, and they're both fine, but one sniper roll.
Sniper check.
Man.
A something burger. Direction and distance.
It just goes right back to the same guy and pins him.
Yep. That's that guy. That was them. Not shooting. These mortars. Come on, snake eyes. First mortar. That was a hit. 3 up 3. Nothing. That was no rate. Second mortar. It's a hit. No rate. And 3 up 3. I rolled a 2 hit by accident, but that's a nothing burger. Okay. That's it for prep fire.
Sounds good.
Movement phase. Assault move.
Okay.
Assault move.
Sure.
Assault move.
Assault move there. Okay. Also assault move?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. Two,
Okay.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah. 5.
When you get there, is there... Yeah, I'll try a shot with the squad in ATR and L12 for 8. I believe up 1.
Sounds right.
Because it's +1 for Orchard, +1 for Hedge, -1 for non-assault move. So 7 on 8, 1 check.
Uh-oh. You know what that means. Leader. Squad. 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 1 squad broke.
And the other 2 pin. Alright.
One less guy that can pick us off on the hill. Assault move.
Sorry, assault move, where?
Oh, sorry. I'm in A15.
Oh, so you went from A16 to A15? Okay.
A16 to A15.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Assault move. F15.
Okay.
That's it for movement.
All right. Defensive fire. Try to keep this simple. N11 to M15. So 10 up 2. Okay. 7 on 10 is a 1 check.
Okay, leader. It's okay. Squad. Good. Squad. Good.
Alright. No sniper. Don't have anything from up there. Stack with the machine gun. So squad and machine gun will shoot at your guy in F-15, because why not? Range is 7. So it is a 8 firepower down 1. 1 check, I believe, is a 6 on 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's bumping that flank. I don't have anything else. Advanced fire phase.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Let's see. Fly group. These guys together for a 6 up 3.
6? Shouldn't it be 4? Because the medium moved?
Oh yeah, medium move. 4 up 3. 4 up 3.
Oh, it's a 4 up 4 because Orchard from this guy. P14 crosses P13.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's we're not taking the shot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
waste of time. Okay. This guy can't see anybody. These guys 2, 4, 6. They have 2 firepower. Waste of time. Okay. No advancing fire.
Sounds good. Routes.
Routes, you say? So technically, this counts as a woods in this game, right?
Yeah.
So
And you could continue to L16 if you wanted to.
yeah, yeah, and the leader's gonna go with him.
And then, like the Broken Half Squad in T12 can technically go to T11. Doesn't have any reason to
Yeah,
not. He's got options. The only, yeah, because he can go to T11, he can go to R13. Like he's, wherever.
Yeah.
Doesn't see anybody until R13, R12, and technically S12. The only big question is F15 might have to low crawl. I think he has to low crawl to F16 if he's going anywhere. Because the gliders aren't counted as rally terrain. I think that if they do, it would only apply, I believe, to the Germans. But route purposes, yeah, woods with orchards. Yeah, only the Germans can route towards a lightning glider.
Right, right.
And because
you can use the French to avoid interdiction, though, right?
so the problem is if he uses because the only direction would be H18, J15, J16. 1, 2, 3, 5.
So this is 1, 2,
3,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 1,
So
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is equidistant. So he can. So okay, let's do this the right way, right? So what is his route? Does he have a route target within 6 hexes? This is, or within 6 movement back. That's within 6, I think.
I think H18 is the only legal one because everything else gets him closer to this guy.
Right. So H18 he has to go to.
So F16 is the only thing he can do, and low crawl to be safe. Because otherwise, you're taking 2 interdiction from the
yeah. So he has
MNG.
to low crawl to there. That's his life.
Yeah.
That's where he finds himself in life right now.
It's this miserable little hole in the ground there. And then advances. So that'll CX him. just FYI, because it is it's 4 or more. Because it's double.
You with the leader?
I think when you're advancing, as long as you pay 4 or more, I'll double check. But
No, you know the rules pretty good. We'll just put it on there.
I'll double check though, because I don't want to. I appreciate the confidence, but I don't like. If I screw it up, then I'm even worse than the worst. Versus difficult terrain. Yeah, so an advance into any hex whose movement factor is equal or greater than 4 movement factors, or all of a. It's an either or, and because they're paying 5, because they're going up into a building and then crossing hedge as well, so it's a 5 no matter what.
Right. So building and hedge 4 movement factors.
Well, yeah, 5, but still.
Oh. All right. So that's him. What, guys? Why are you doing this to me?
Oh.
There we go. Okay, that's advances.
Sounds good. Still no CC. German turn 2. Weather check. No change. Take off our pins here. And then rally phase actions. None for me.
Right. The only place I have a leader is here. Did I break the leader? The leader has to break to go with him.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
No, because he's not. If he was pinned, you would have to voluntarily break. But you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he doesn't have to break the fall.
So what is that? So that guy needs like a 3 to rally or something like that?
3 on the dot, yeah. Because it'd be up 4 down 1.
Okay.
And then T11 loses DM, F16 keeps it. That should be it.
Yep. And rally phase, try to recover the machine gun.
Yep.
And B14.
Gets it.
Now you're going to get shot.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he's going to get shot anyways.
You're going to get shot anyway, but... Okay, that's it for my rally phase actions.
Sounds good. Prep fire phase. We'll just do first things first. It is a down 1 on 8, so 1 check.
Yeah, rather.
There you go. He's fine.
We foiled your great plan.
Yeah, you've been consistent on 6s today, so I will.
You're doing what you do. You haven't missed a shot yet.
That's not true. I've missed at least a pair of them. There's no way I've got a perfect record. What else do I want to do? That's true. That is just +1. I will do a 10 up 1 shot against P13 from N11. It's gonna be normal. Because 8 on 10. Yeah.
Leader. Okay. Machine gunner. Bottom guy.
Yeah, see, you've been...
All 6s.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You look at your stats, you're going to have a super majority of 6s.
Random.org is fine.
So you keep saying. I am going to go to movement, since I don't think anybody else really can see anybody else. In the movement phase, L12 is going to assault move into L11.
Assault moving into L11.
Yeah.
don't think we can see him, right?
Yeah,
Because the entire line of sight has to be down the depression, right?
yeah, like you'd have to have height advantage, and then I don't know if you'd be able to see into it.
I think we could snapshot at the hex side, but I
Uh,
don't think we can see both vertexes, so we're not going to do that. Is
yeah.
that even legal? Am I making shit up as I go
No,
along?
you can, but you have to see like the whole hex side. So if anything is
Yeah, I'm not
blocked,
sure we get the far side.
yeah.
This,
Um,
I mean, my greenies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hex range. It's a snapshot, so they'd be
greens.
shooting
Do you?
3
I don't
5
think you have
now.
greens. Yeah, you don't have
And that
greens.
is, what is that? 2 - 2? We got no other targets. I might as well take it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not even sure if you get. I do snapshots so irregularly. I forget if the last time I looked at it, if I was shocked that you don't get
I think it's area
first fire.
fire.
Snapshot. So in snapshot, you have to have the entire hex side. Non-assault movement, FFMO, DRM cannot apply, nor
Okay.
does TEM. And result is area fire.
Okay, so at 2 flat, I'll take that. It's the best shot they're going to get.
Can they even
That's enough.
see? Because they would be looking from a depression over ground.
Oh, yeah, they're in a depression as well. Oh, my.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know if they would be able to see it. Is the thing.
yeah.
But I guess.
I guess they could declare. Well, I don't think they can declare crest status and then shoot, right?
That I'm not sure. Because I don't know if crest is like you have to declare it first or whatever. Like some like
Or
it's kind of like
something that
wall
only happens
advantage.
in a movement phase or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the ruling would be on it, to be honest.
B20.9 for those who are interested. Can
Because
be
that
gained
is
in any depression hex that contains neither a ford nor a bridge.
well, in it either way, like it's a 7-on-2. Is it, or what's the? Because it's area fire, right? And halved.
Yeah, so they
So
have 2 firepower at best. Yeah.
yeah, so it'd
Yeah,
just be
so
a miss anyways. So
they can only declare crest status in the advanced phase or 2 movement factors in the movement phase. So they
oh
can't
yeah,
see.
so you pay it, I guess, when you get into the hex. Is
Yeah, you could in
when
the
you're
movement
paying.
phase you can take it, or in your advanced phase you could take it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so no shot occurs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it's a miss anyways, so it's not. I don't think
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
crying over spilled milk here. K5 guy is going to go to K4 and then continue to K3. Just trudging along.
Yep.
And then I think that is all of my movement. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Defensive.
Okay. These guys, who are they gonna shoot at? We'll shoot at these guys, I guess.
Sure. So it's a 12 up 4.
12 up 4. 12 up 3. It's a -1 meter.
Orchard plus building plus CX.
Oh, orchard plus bone. Okay. Oink.
10 on 12.
12.
Pretty sure we already said that's a pin test check.
Good check, yep.
They both pass.
Of course they do. Okay. Right here it is. Shots. Remaining mortarman here with spotted fire.
I mean, I was gonna say, did he pick up the mortar? But
Does he? Oh,
because
does
it was
he have?
the
Oh
other
no,
guy that
the
broke
other
at
guy.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I roll in? No, I rolled for the machine gun in the rally phase. I
Yeah.
didn't roll for the mortar. Okay, never mind.
I mean, worst roll for it. If you get a 6, roll twice because of a dance.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got the mortar. So that I think loses his acquisition. So he needs.
Yeah, because it was the other guys that had it.
Yeah, needs a 6 to hit. Miss. Squad, spotting squad, 4 up 2. Nothing. Green guys show ready. These guys will go there, I guess. So we got 12 up 3.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, 12 on the 12 is nothing. These guys, same place, I guess.
8 up 2.
8 up 2. Yeah, okay. Anyway. They can't see anybody. Machine gunner can shoot a 6 up 3 at that guy.
Sure.
Sound right? Like, be callous. 7 on the 4 is up. No, 9 on the 4. That's a miss. Math is interesting. Mortar, same guy. First mortar to hit. Broke it. Second mortar to hit. 3 up 3. Nothing. Ready to fire. They're done. It's kind of a waste of time.
Well, I mean, you say that, but all it takes is one good hit, right?
It's true. That's true. That's it, sir.
Sounds good. Advanced fire phase. I don't have any. I don't believe. I don't have snipers breathing down my necks this time. We'll go to routes. I think it's still. I think the only one is really the F-16 guy, so he gets the low crawl another
Crawley
hex.
boy. Yep.
Advances. So in the advance phase, the guy in O10 is going to duck out into N9. It only costs 3, so he's not CX doing that.
Okay.
How do I want to do this? The guy in 08 is going to back up into N8, sort of kind of a reverse deal there. The squad in L11 with the ATR is going to go to L10. He CXs as a result. And the 2 squads in N11 will go to M12.
Okay.
I have to be really careful with them or else they'll just get mulched. And way up top, guy in K3 is going to assault move to get into to look at the glider. I'll just put him underneath it for now.
Okay.
And that, I believe, is my turn. Because there's no CC, so we go to Belgian turn 3. And
Okay.
is this at...
Wind change? None of that.
Okay, I will point out also, access to module starts on turn 3. It does not say German player turn 3, so I do have artillery now.
Sounds like fun. All right. First MMC here. Stealth rally, nada. And then I think we had a broken guy here.
Mm-hmm.
He needs looks like a 7. He's good. I mean, that doesn't suck, I guess.
Anybody
Okay.
anybody that
Oh,
comes
why
back,
did I
you're a
try to
blessing.
rally that guy? That was retarded.
I mean,
Oh,
you wouldn't have
sorry.
gotten it with a 9 anyways, so
That's true. They're rolling on it.
yeah.
Okay. I got a mortar to try to repair.
Sure.
Nope. Broke the other one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it.
That's it for my round phase.
I will not deploy anybody.
Okay. Moving on to prep fire. All right. What do I want to do in prep fire? You've kind of depleted what was once a target-rich environment.
Look, I need to. God.
Oh no, rally phase. Did
5 more
I?
turns
I
is
did
right.
roll. I got the mortar back last time. Okay. So spotted mortar fire there.
Sure.
Hit. That is just on the hit line.
Is it? Because it's +2 and 7
Yeah,
at that
plus
range,
two.
isn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, is it a 7?
Yeah.
It's 7. That's miss.
Yeah, 7 to 8 to 7 is area fire is weird.
Yeah, 13. Yeah. Yeah, area's weird. Okay, so that's him. Miss. The squad 4 up. 1, 2,
1.
3, 4, 5. 4 up 1.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Got our first result.
4 and 4. One morale check. He breaks. Sniper does not activate.
Okay, that's them. CX guys, do they even have a target? Looking a lot like no. Greeny guys, do they have a target? Looking a lot like no. These guys, they could shoot at these guys, but the range is unfriendly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x range. Boo! Crowd does not like it. Oh, they're going to be moving. Okay, this guy. We can see this guy. Okay, so we'll take an 8 up 2 there.
Sure.
1 check or normal?
One check. But I pass, thankfully.
Not sure if thankfully is the word I would have used there, my friend.
I am certainly thankful for that.
We have different interpretations of if that's good news or not.
That's true.
Okay, and then I mean the full machine gunner on the hill is just like taking fire, man. What can he get? He can get a 6 up 3 off before you get to blast him back. My God, bringing those guys on was a real mistake. One mortar. Those guys. See
Okay.
if we can get lucky. Save the day. Pow. Miss. No rate. The guy with the broken mortar is not.
Wait, isn't that a hit? +2 -2 because your acquisition.
Oh, yeah, that is a hit.
Yeah, you need an 8, anyways. So
3 up 3. 8 on the 3 is nothing. And this guy did not shoot. Alright, don't want to shoot that machine gun. 6 up 3. The way you roll. It's just bad news. Just all the news is bad. he's not going to shoot. Okay. All right, that's it for prep.
Okay.
Moving to the moving.
Movement phase.
Moving to the moving, sir. All right, so 011. Nobody can see 011, right?
My offboard observer can see you.
Yeah. Your outboard observer can see everybody.
False.
Okay. Orchard is 1 or 2. I know it says it counts as a wood.
It's still one movement. It's just
Still one.
Yeah, because it just counts for.
It counts for route.
Yeah.
Okay. 1.
You are there for 1.
Okay. And is there any reason to go into that trench?
Well, keep in mind if you're going into 010, it is you're paying 1 no matter what to be outside of the trench. You're not in the trench automatically.
Right. You can't move under the trench. You could advance under the trench.
Yeah. Or yeah, you can advance. Yeah. So you would take, well, just in case like the 548 sees it. So just in case.
Yeah. That's I'm tracking what you're saying there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, by the way, my guy happens to see it. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Yeah, I like evil laughter. That's excellent. Alright, so what do we want to do? Where do we want to be? We're just going to have to get shot to pieces. We don't have any time to screw around here. Assault move.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see him, so they are safe for now.
For now. Not safe from the guys in L10. They're the worrisome ones. So these guys here. 1, not in the foxhole.
2, because you're going over the hedge.
2, sorry, hedge.
Yep, you're good.
3.
4.
4. Yep. I'll just keep doing it.
I too wish I could ignore the hedges. But yeah, you're there for 4.
Okay. Two.
Mm-hmm.
4.
You're there.
Okay. Next guy. I say the machine gun is going to be able to see these cats if they're not careful. Be able to see those cats. Alright, so 2.
Sure.
3.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
A guy who didn't shoot with the busted mortar. How many portage points? It's still 3, right?
I think so. Yeah, those small ones. Yeah, they're 3. They're not like the Germans with the 5 pp.
Right. 1.
You were there for 1.
That's off the world. 2.
Sure.
3.
Okay.
4.
You're there.
Okay. And assault move.
Sounds good.
That's it for movement. When you
That's
decide who to kill, I'm going to take a 1-minute bio break.
Well, I'll go through the artillery first. Since I
Okay.
finally had that. All right, so artillery. We are back with the good old good old chart here. I gotta scroll all the way back down. That's not it. All right, artillery. So, as mentioned before, offboard observer does not need to check for radio contact. They have it automatically, which means I don't have to roll for it. I do not have a spotting round or an FFE2 on board. So I go to my module, I check for chit draw, I drew black, which is really good, which means I have access. It is a non-NOBA, so Naval OBA FFEC on board, no. I remove any spotting round or FFEC, and I place an artillery request counter. So I need this, and we'll copy one and put it to spotting round. So artillery request, I need to determine a location to see here. And yeah, the only one that really I can take advantage of, I think, is going to be O11. It's nobody in P11. I could also target N14.
Go back.
Welcome back. I'm just trying to figure out where I want some OBA to land. So I think what I'm going to do is...
I hope you get super aggressive and drop it on your own guys. Did I say that out loud?
Well, I mean, I don't have to drop it first. I can't actually drop it first turn it comes in. So with that in mind, I am thinking of two spots here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna declare O11 as my my location. Now he can see it. Because he's at level 2. There's no obstructing orchard or anything in the way, so it's not a blind hex or anything. There are no units that would be unknown, or at least there is a known unit, so I don't have to do any extra chit draws. It's not a pre-registered hex, so I don't get to just convert it automatically. So we will place spotting round in that hex and then do an accuracy die check. It is not accurate. I believe I need a 2 or less.
1 or less for harassing fire.
Oh, it's even less for harassing. All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes to O15. And that is it for artillery on this turn. Defensive fire, actual defensive fire here. I don't really have any options outside of, I guess I'll take, so J10.
I forgot to move 2 guys. I'm so stupid. I frustrate myself. Sorry.
No, I get it. I get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, I'll take a shot against P13 from J10. It is.
13.
It's 8 flat. 1 check
God,
and rate.
unbelievable! I forgot to move him. Leader.
Broke. It's a 1 check.
Squad down. Squad up.
All right. Well,
I'm on the verge of conceding, having forgotten to move that stack. That is just unforgivably stupid.
well I don't want. I no comment. No comment. Not because it would be bad, but just I don't necessarily agree with conceding, but in any case, my MMG is now stuck on J11, K11. There's nothing else that really makes sense to aim towards, so I'll just take the rate of fire and shoot again as a 5 flat. Okay. 2. Actually, it's not. Yeah, it is 5 flat. 2 on 5 is a K2.
Okay. Leader. Squad with the machine gun. Squad without the machine gun. Huh, so you get both squads. Yeah, okay. Against a unit I forgot to move into O13, so yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see any way the Belgians win this? Eliminate your entire force in 3 more turns?
Yeah, like Not that I don't want to, not that I don't want to encourage it, right? Because I think for people, either playing at home or whatever, I do think there's always like a certain point where maybe keep going, but if we try to math it out, right? Like let's if we think about it, um, so controlling the bridge and having a good order squad equivalent west of the canal, I don't know if that is possible. The movement,
I thought that victory condition was, in order to make that happen, I think I would have to achieve one of the other victory conditions anyway.
so I could see a world where the German player sets up really aggressively, has their guys break, or they get pigeonholed in an area, and then can't. You know what I mean? Like if
Right, right, yeah.
like this mythical, like, okay, the Germans say to themselves, I'll do the deeper analysis later, just uh, in case I want to cut the log file or anything. But I think there's a way to it, but it not in the way my setup is. If only because I've got a guy on the other side of the bridge. You have to be good order, so we're talking like crossing open ground over the bridge, making it on the other side of the bridge, and still somehow being good order. Very
Right, right.
unlikely.
And you're going to do in J1 exactly what I did in the other scenario that had some tricky victory conditions for the
Yeah,
attacker.
exactly. Like there's no reason not to try and like stonewall that area as the Germans. Immediately, if the German OB is reduced to less than or two or fewer squads, I mean L6 you saw at the start is a squad, and the guy across the bridge is also a squad. So unless you kill everybody else, which
Right, and let's not forget that they're all in stone cover
yeah,
with
like
non-broken side morale and the ability to self-rally.
if I had like one or two more broken squads than I do now, or at least like an extra maybe like one dead one and a couple broken ones, I could see that one being more likely. But and the same with at game end, if there are no good order at German embassy, like you really like, are you making it across the bridge and you're breaking every German squad?
Yeah, it's
Probably
just
not.
not going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
could
I
see.
mean, my failure of player morale. I mean, I had to go to the bathroom really bad and forgot to move these two guys, and that is just that's another turn down where I just cost myself 20
Yeah,
firepower.
yeah.
Um, that just is just a mistake that can't be rectified.
Yeah, see, I wasn't sure if that was just like, okay, well, test the waters and then maybe move afterwards or whatnot, or,
No, no, these guys are supposed to be there so that I could advance. The idea is I'd be
yeah,
advancing.
right.
It's super risky, right? But
Mm-hmm.
at least that's two squads that if I could break them, maybe there's a chance that we
Yeah,
could get you down to two unbroken squads. But having forgotten to move half my assault force because I had to go to the bathroom. Oops.
yeah. And
Uh,
like, because at this point, the guys in M12 can get out through, L11 and all that. So they're
yeah,
not
yeah.
they're not stuck where they are.
No, there's plenty of cover. And I considered, leaving a unit here with a machine gun just to cut route
Mm,
to M9.
yep.
But you have all these trenches. You can get around. I mean, you're not going to die. You might be inconvenienced, but you're not going to lose anything.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, if you wanna call it, then I certainly won't.
Yeah, yeah. I think
If
yeah,
the personal
just
morale checks over, I get it.
editorializing, maybe not bring the reinforcements in, but I mean, you could just sit there. You don't have to move. The situation never changes. There's no cover, and the longer you wait, then you got to run through the harassing fire.
Yeah. In terms of like how I was thinking about it, and my
Yeah, right.
like
Maybe I should have, snuck them down the edge of the board to not take any fire.
well, okay, so as I was looking um at the setup, at the system here, I didn't really have any sort of idea of like, oh, when do I expect the reinforcements to come on. It was kind of just like, to me, I was just thinking, okay, well, they're gonna come on at some point. It doesn't matter. I'd rather have a guy watch there just to punish them or to prevent them from being able to move, because obviously you're gonna have a lot of guys on the right side to begin with. So if they make a massive push, I don't want forces like getting through like in these sunken roads, and now you're in open ground. You can make it, to the casemate place, right? Um,
Right.
so yeah, like there's definitely a um like my setup. I was really just kind of, I want to provide a defense throughout the entire map rather than focus it on any one specific area. But I could see a world where if I said to myself, I need to have, everybody over here to prevent, a wall of units just rushing at me on turn one, it does leave, you could theoretically leave the entire left side of the board open. And that's where, that sort of reinforcements on turn one could really screw the German player over. But, what are the odds? How frequently does that happen? Type idea. Um, given given the specific nature of the scenario as well, I actually don't have a problem with artillery coming in at turn three rather than starting with it. Um, I would have thought I would have had a not necessarily a harder time. That's not the right word, but I feel like I at the start I was really I desired it, right? Like I really yearned to have that artillery right away because of how stacked your guys were. Um, but I think the nature of
Right.
the German defense, like you have to collapse your pocket anyways. So the Belgians are gonna have to come into it no matter what. And I think that's another thing too to really for people to, as they're watching this, like to take away as well. Like, not only are we talking about the hypothetical of the Belgians running across the bridge and potentially taking ground on the far side or killing all the Germans except two squads, or et cetera, but you have to do it at one point through artillery, and that's not something that you can, like, you're not getting away with from that one. Like you have to as the Belgians deal with artillery, and
Yeah,
like,
my ability to move just ended when that spawning ground converts.
yeah, like there's literally no reason for me to not move this artillery, the spotting round, to say N11. It'll move one hex, which just doesn't really matter, and then start dropping it. Um, like even if I could choose in P12, there's so many areas I can choose to redirect, and I would only shuffle one hex. There is a chance like I pop my own guys, my 548s, sure, but the amount of like potential damage I could do to everybody else is just really, it's a lot
Yeah.
stronger. Um, but yeah, I thought I really like your use of the spotted mortars. I really have not come around to appreciating area fire, especially for guns and stuff. Like, there's a lot of scenarios where I haven't had the capacity for like really long range stuff, and having the using area fires has really really been nice, a nice like eye opener. And spotted fire is the same idea. I don't use it enough. And if you
Yeah,
can,
I had a hard time. It's pretty dense defensive terrain,
mm,
and the only way I could really set up like a really effective turn one fire group was to accept that I was going to have basically no cover over here,
mm-hmm.
and you were going to have all of your guys able to fire back at me. So
Yeah,
I tried to, kind of gobble one guy at a time kind of deal. I
mm-hmm.
figured these two guys I could isolate them. I didn't really do any damage. That happens.
Yeah.
Um, and when
Yeah,
you're facing stone cover, you don't have a tremendous local firepower advantage. I mean, we have an advantage, but
yeah,
it's
like
what
you've got a lot of 4 firepower
without the
guys.
reinforcing squads. Yeah,
Like the amount of 4 firepower squads is really nice, but I do agree that it does have like the same caveat I feel like that always creeps up in these sorts of scenarios where it's like, but I don't like I have a lot of manpower firepower, but I don't have a lot of um, support weapon firepower, and like it's nice to have the infantry, but if you don't have if you don't have MMGs or an HMG or something, it's really hard to apply that on to a defender because you need to have that base of like as the attacker, you need to have that base of fire that you can shuffle around or set up somewhere and really like make punish the defender
yeah,
for.
really, really, do some get some decent shots off that have a
Hmm.
chance.
Exactly. So
If you're
yeah.
just using your inherent firepower four at a time with +3 and +4 shots, you're really not going to accomplish a lot.
Hmm. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
it
just
was
that much harder every time.
it was a. I mean, even rolling the I mean, God forbid you don't get your reinforcements till turn four. Now, you got 10 squads against 7 better squads. It doesn't
Yeah,
sound like fun.
yeah, like it's certainly and I think that's like that risk reward that the German player can do where you can
Yeah,
choose not to defend the left side at all, and if the Belgian player is unlucky, then they never get their reinforcements, and it does not feel like it's much of a
yeah,
difficult
not much of
ask.
a contest with that part.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Let's do the old. Let's. Oh, you did your die rolls. How did you do?
I
Yeah, your
had
IFT
really good
rolls were
IFT.
gross.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think that was the difference between us today. Is I had really good IFTs. You had for the most part good MCs, but your
Oh,
IFTs
well
were
done.
yeah IFTs were completely average, which I think because of the mortars specifically, I think that kind of tells the wrong tale.
Yeah. A lot of those shots were 3 up 3s.
Yeah, like oh, I rolled 4, rolled 3, etc. But it's still not when that's not generating anything. It's not.
Yeah. That's the vast majority of the shots I took at you were 3 up 3s. That's
Hmm.
yeah, which
And
is bordering on a waste of time.
well, I mean, I
I mean,
think
you're not taking the shots for the 3 up 3s. You're hoping for that lucky snake eyes, right? And now it's a 12 -3, which is a kill shot.
yeah. Like ironically, looking at the two hit, it's almost super even spread. If all you'd have to do, I think, is change like the 4 for one of the 7s for 6, and you're almost even like both ways. So the I feel like a critical hit was coming along. Is that what like ends up changing the whole thing? Maybe, but you know,
An early critical hit here could have made a difference.
100%. I absolutely
Right,
agree.
right. Just getting a luck bomb there, and then now I'm applying pressure from here instead of just the whole reinforcement wave shot to bits.
Yeah. But
But
in
yeah,
any,
it was an. I thought I like the scenario layouts. I feel they could use a little tweaking for balance. I don't know if you agree with that.
yeah, I agree. Um, especially our comments on the last scenario, like how we felt about the glider landings and like where specifically you could go and all that sort of stuff. I definitely agree that there
Yeah,
could
when
could
we
be
were
maybe a little
playtesting
bit
our
more.
games back in the day, I used to be a design partner with a guy named Artie Conliff, who was a fairly famous miniatures game designer. He's an Origins Award winner and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And my role was to break the game. That was my job,
Mm-hmm.
was to find things like just move to J1 and you can't lose, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just do this and you can't lose. Like my brain goes there,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think this one, the one victory condition one, with the bridge and the no good order. I think that's just as broken as the first scenario we played. The
Right.
other
Yeah. Yeah.
two probably a lot closer, but pretty all or nothing type of layout. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like at some point, the Belgians have to get a couple of lucky rolls in the right spot.
Right. Yeah. Um. So yeah. I don't know if I already have the. I don't think I already took a photo or whatever of the third scenario. So, unfortunately for the people watching at home, they'll just have to be in immense suspense. But what I can say is that the next scenario, if it follows the other facing the blitz stuff, it'll also be. Oh, actually, is that? Am I looking at
We
slightly?
flip. Do we flip roles again next time?
So we're still on. We'll be on Belgian German for a while. Well, I say for a while. I think it's 8 scenarios total. Um, because we're just playing the one publication until we're done with it. But that being said, once we get to the other Sturm group pack, it'll be reversed. So then you'll be the Germans the entire time. Um,
Uh,
so
and
this
in did you mention that the scenarios alternate attacker defender? Is that still a thing,
I'd have to.
or is it mostly the Germans attacking and this was just like a one-off counterattack?
So in the next one, the Germans are attacking, but I'm gonna double check just to see
Okay.
what we got here. Um, so I'm attacking in the third scenario. You're attacking in the fourth scenario, and then the Germans are attacking in the last two.
Okay, so it does alternate a bit. That's interesting.
Yeah. And then the excuse me, the next ones all seem to be rather small, so I'm curious as to how exactly they'll play out. Okay, we'll probably need to set up two if this is any indicator. Uh, the next one seems to be 8 squads to 2. You can probably imagine how fast that might go. So, uh, I will
Eight
leave.
to two.
Yeah, seems to be 8 squads to 2. I will need to confirm by looking at the actual scenario card because the one the what I'm referring to right now is just the archive and it's not the right pack anyways. So it could be different, but uh, for the viewers at home, you'll just have to live in suspense as I send things Rob's way for the future. And as always, thank you for watching. I will try to get a game on Saturday, but if I do play, it might be a solo night or something. Not 100% sure yet. Rutin will not be available, so I'll have to figure something out. But hope to see people then, regardless. And Rob and I will hopefully continue our shenanigans next week on Monday. Bye.
Oh, yeah, like you said, we'll have to queue up two.
Exactly, exactly. Because I think the next two are very, very small.